It's Fee Bendel back on VillageTV with James Anderson from St. George Business Banking Group. This morning we've been talking about some of James's personal experiences and reflections and how that's really had an impact on his role at St. George. Now I know St. George are trying to do some things a little bit different with small business owners, getting down in the trenches with them and really working closely with them. Just briefly tell me a little bit about that before I want to do a bit of digging about you personally and what might motivate you around that.
So I assume that you're referring to my small business experience.
Exactly.
Yeah. So after I worked in the telco company working for the mentor of mine for a long while, I had an opportunity to start my own business. So I was approached by a company that we'd been working with, and they'd offered me a distribution license at no cost. So that was really exciting at the time. I remember it was the best day when I found out they were going to do it at no cost. But it's
the highs are always very high, and the lows are always really low.
So, and the $250,000 I had to raise to bring this to life was the next challenge.
Yes, of course.
So I spent 18 months actually running a consulting business to telco businesses selling to the middle market. And because we'd built this business up over a period of time, it wasn't very difficult at the time to get clients. So I actually really enjoyed that. Learned obviously firsthand the challenges of lumpy cash flow and managing client relationships. And
it's tough, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. So I'm very, very empathetic to small business owners, having experienced it myself. And through that process, I actually managed to raise the $250,000, but required 6 people to fund that. And we were very, very close to pulling the trigger and actually doing it. But I had a gut issue, and it was purely gut from 2 of the people. 2 would I would ultimately be directors, and that was enough for me at the end to decide, look, I just can't pursue this.
Your gut instinct is absolutely critical in small business. Now I live off it, and a lot of my peers would say exactly the same thing. You know, your guts drive everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so you really have been through the experience. And so how does that change your attitude when you come into the village and you meet some of these fantastic, let's call them business owners, like small business, it doesn't sound like they're solid business owners, as you know from your own experience, who are experiencing all sorts of issues. It must change your whole way, even though you're working for a large bank now, of how you address those people.
Absolutely, every day. You just have nothing but compassion for these people, but also I enjoy stretching people's thinking as well. Having been there, and as a strategist, I love thinking outside the box. So to have a chat with them to understand, what are they doing now to be successful, and how they're thinking about different aspects of their business, to really take it to that next level. So I really enjoy those discussions. Probably enjoy that as much as or more than even the banking conversation, because ultimately, unless you understand someone's drivers around the business, I don't think you can really actually help them with their business in a banking sense either.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, thanks so much for your time this morning. It's been great getting to know you, and I hope you'll come back and talk to us again.
I'd love to. I definitely will.
I think one of my colleagues, Mike's actually going to pick your brains as well, you poor thing, this morning. But we'll leave it there, and I want to thank you very, very much indeed for spending this time with me this morning.
No worries,
and VillageTV.
my pleasure.
It's goodbye from me, let's goodbye from him.
Goodbye.